I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you see that high rye bourbon, let me know. I said, all right, I'll let you know. And I saw a store that dropped it, and it was came and it went. And then another store that I go to frequently had it on their website. So I sent Gandhi a link, and I said, you should be able to order this and just tell them that I will pick it up. And then 15 minutes later, I get a message from Dave. Hey, I ordered one of those bottles too. Can you pick it up for me? I said, sure, no problem. And I said, well, if I'm picking up a bottle for Gandhi and for Dave, I might as well order one myself. So went down there and was able to pick up the 3 bottles. And
sure,
they sold out that day. Later on that day, they were all gone. So
that was a good pop.
Yeah.
I'm using the Stay Trashy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Actually,
I figured I'd over pour this one because that's what I'll drink this for the rest of the night.
You guys are one up of me already. I just went with a regular Glen. See?
Okay, I just poured 4 ounces. Okay, so
okay. Yeah, you can go pretty deep on those glasses.
It's gonna be a good one.
You got to be careful. So, you know what I mean? Gets you in trouble, Gandhi.
But so these glasses, I was saying, I love them. The nose you get on this thing is incredible. But if you do have one of these glasses, be very careful because it's not a Glencairn. It holds a lot of liquid. So you got to pour shallow. Otherwise, you can get messed up pretty quickly. And you're like, man, I only had one drink. Why am I feeling the way I feel? Because these glasses are deep. So you don't want to go too deep. And that's what she said.
So without further ado, let me bring the man, the myth, the legend up here. Mr. Whiskey Wisdom himself. So hold on a second. Let me get him up here on stage.
Man, I really don't want to be on this show. Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, Mikey?
What's going on, Matt?
I love that intro, man. Just a silent countdown. Everybody can just appreciate their own thoughts. A little meditation. It was nice.
When I started watching and everything like that, I think I was hanging out with RJ, and he said, "Hey, my buddy's going back to streaming. We got to watch him and everything like that." So he gave us a link, and we all jumped on your show on Friday night. And I remember sitting there when your show started, I was like, "Holy shit!" I said, "Look at this." You had all that intro stuff and all. I was like, "Wow, this guy's like, what the hell is he? How the hell does he do all this shit, man?" You know, and then your camera came up and you were standing where you're standing, and the bottles. I was like, my God, look at all the bottles this guy got. Little did I know we become friends. It's kind of crazy.
There you go.
So that would have been funny if I fell down. I just realized there's a little groundhog.
It's a Saturday night. Gonna know why. We're rolling live with WV Bourbon Guy. Hey! Glass on the table, bottle in hand. We're talking hometown stories from a laid-back land. From the hills to your sofa, come and pull up a chair. We're sharing poles with friends, glad to see you there. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing poles with friends, everything feels light. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing poles with friends by the neon light. got a little slow burn. Every sip's a good excuse to laugh and learn. So tell us where you're watching, type your story in the line, hit that share for the party, and let it spread online. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends, everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing pours with friends by the neon light. Oh yeah. Raise that glass to the chat rolling by. Oh yeah. We're all side by side under one brown sky. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends. Everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends on a Saturday
Hey, Tracy, silly Yerky, congratulations to you. You are the lucky winner of the free duck. And actually, tonight we have two duck races. So I'll get into that in a little bit, go over what the samples are going to be in the duck races. And Tracy, so you got a free duck into both of them. That is awesome. Well, welcome to everybody. Hopefully, your week has been great and awesome, and you're enjoying your Saturday, and now you're coming to hang out with me. And I feel sorry for no, I'm just kidding. So appreciate everyone being here. Looks like we have a lively and active crew this evening. So without further ado, gonna try out a new contraption tonight. So Mr. Charlie from Bourbon and Balls was kind enough to send me a oops, well, let's write Tracy's name down here for the free duck so I can make sure I don't forget. I didn't close that. Right. Charlie was kind enough to get me a silver blind. So I'm gonna try this contraption out tonight and see what happens and see if we can figure some stuff out or not figure some stuff out. So I have black or the black colored blends that I'm gonna I already loaded up in here. So we're gonna see what happens and see if I can make a fool of myself. So we'll go from there. But without further ado, let me for 1 second. We seem to do this all the time. Every time that I uh will see here. All right. I just want to make sure I got that squared away. All right. Let me get this other screen up here and say hello to everybody. So cheers, Mr. Vogel saying. No, I'm not open bottles, Dave. Sorry to disappoint you. Look, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Mr. Renstrom. Cheers to you. So those of you who don't know, Dave has sent me a ton of samples, and 3 of them are OZ Tyler's. So we'll get into what I'm going to drink here in a few minutes. But uh, We're going to do an OZ Tyler blind tonight. And then the second duck race is going to be the samples that he sent me, plus maybe an additional one from OZ Tyler, and then some additional samples. So you'll be a lucky recipient of a Renstrom sample pack. You are the winner. Dennis, cheers to you, buddy. That was the wrong hashtag. Hopefully you re-entered into the right one. Hopefully you're doing well. And cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. So I'm going to highlight his channel during the show tonight and everything like that. But I think a lot of guys jumped over and subscribed the other day to him. So appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Mr. Callahan, cheers to you. What's up, Rob? Cheers to you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. And it looks like Dennis did get the correct entry. Thank you, Dennis. Awesome. Righty. So let's get down this list. I know I've seen a lot of people jumping. I was trying to. Jeremy Dukes, cheers to you. I was trying to write down people's names to make sure I didn't forget them or didn't miss them highlighting them, but it was scrolling this way too fast. So anyhow, here we go. Trevor, you're Jim. Cheers to you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. No, I thought that was the other G name. What's up, Jay? Cheers to you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see here. I've seen names and I'm just looking for them as they go through. Mr. DBW, cheers to you. Hey, no hazmat tonight. Sorry to disappoint you, but please stay around. You know, I know you're the hazmat king. Here she is, Tracy Silliorki. Cheers to you on winning the free duck. Thank you for being here. See, I got Dennis already. Mr. Hazmat Compton. Cheers to you, Matt. Hopefully you're doing well down there in FLA. I know my daughter's down there in Orlando and she's starting to get hot. So hopefully you're sitting in an AC somewhere cool. It's not here today until storms roll through. And then I was a little worried. There's tornado warnings and all this stuff. I said, great. Saturday, all this stuff's going to happen and my power's going to go out and there's no show tonight. But thank God it kind of missed us a little bit. We got a lot of rain, but not much of anything else, which was great. Trying to talk and scroll and apologize. I got two screens going here. So I'm looking at this screen. I have the chat, just trying to scroll down and highlight everybody to say hello. And there we are. Beer. Oops. Beer bag of bourbon wine. Cheers to you. Appreciate you coming back. Thank you for being here. There he is. I kept seeing G come up and it's Gerald. And then it's like, well, I know Gandy's here. I said, we're going to say hello to him. Cheers, Gandy. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Mr. William Hall, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. There he is. Mr. Gen Xer himself. Cheers to you, Matt. Hopefully you're doing well. Didn't stay up too late last night with your AI adventures. What's up, Corey? Cheers to you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing good. Show me the proof. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. I know there's some new name. Oh, Peter White. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. I need a big ass screen that I can just scroll down and just highlight things real easy. There's probably about 7 or 8, about 10 names that are going through the screen that I have over here. And it's a little archaic, you know. We'll get through. Right. I know I saw someone else pop in and I wanted to say hello. So I'm just trying to get it. Did I miss? Dang. Maybe I did miss him. There he is. I went right past him. Check it, Charles. Hopefully you're doing well. The Rye Guy. If you guys are on TikTok, you can go check out Charles. He's posted stuff on the TikToks. So it's pretty cool. Mr. Stan, appreciate you hanging out on a Saturday night, buddy. Cheers to you. Hopefully you're doing well out there in Colorado. I think I got Patrick before. Cheers, Patrick. If I did, there you go. This is a new name. So, hey, Snow Brands. I'm efficient. All righty. Well, cheers to you, Hank. Appreciate you being here. Everyone say hello. That is I think, a new name for me. I'm 100% positive, but I don't recall that one in the past. And I see everybody saying hello because on my peripheral vision, I see the other chat screen just going crazy. So appreciate that. Everyone saying hello. And Mr. Rick Miller, cheers to you. I'm going to be hanging with you next week. So I'll get to my schedule for the next couple of weeks here once I get through this here. But next week I'm going to be in Kentucky with some of the Bourbon and Balls guys, and we're going to be doing a barrel pick. Depending on if there's internet access at the cabin we're staying at, I'm definitely going to try to do some type of a stream. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but we're going to try to do something. We'll see what happens. What's up, Miss Sandy Jones? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're doing well, Sandy. Hey, Scott. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. I think I am getting close to the bottom. If we could start having. What's up, Chris? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. I think I saw one of my other coal pick people saying hello to him, so we can get down to his name. And what's up, DMC? Appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Thank you for jumping on and hanging out on a Saturday night. It seems like half the country has storms. I was watching. How about those Mountaineers? The World Series, huh? That's awesome. We're watching that, and then they had a rain delay, and then those storms are what hit us, and then cool weather moved in. So I'm not sure if it's cooled down around the country, but it is definitely cooled down here tonight. So, which is nice. It was hot and toasty most of this week. Terrible. And I am not built for heat, right? I'm a fat guy, and I don't like the heat. Moving on, man. Great video today. Cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. I think I'm almost down to the end. At least I don't see anybody new that I haven't. Let's see. Hold on. What's up, Christian? Cheers to you. Hopefully you got a hold of Mac or he had your information. Oh, hold on. Cheers. Tried to send you my info for the giveaway. Okay. Once I'm done with this here, I'll try to type my email in again and send me your information, and I'll get it over to him. So appreciate that. I was worried about I hadn't heard from you, so I was just curious. So thank you for putting that in there. I'm glad I stopped and saw that. Otherwise, I would have stick. What's up, Ashley? Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you sold a lot of stuff at the ABC today. That's what I was looking for. What's your Frank? So Frank's another one, Bourbon and Balls crew that's heading to Western Kentucky to coal pick to do a barrel pick next weekend. So see what's going to happen. Should be fun and exciting. And I still have this stupid ass banner crawling. Apologize for that. I see people still entering. So that was pre thing. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. Let's see. I think I'm almost to the end. Or Renstrom, if you want to put my email in there, or somebody who has the wrench has my email, just put it in there, and Christian can shoot me an email with the information. That would be awesome. All right. Urban Hunter, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. That's I guess a new name here, I think. Hey, Joe, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. We'll have to coordinate after we get through the end of July, end of June, maybe July. Coordinate, maybe doing a video or something. So I'll be in touch. Mr. John Morgan, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Right. You guys are slamming everything tonight. Right. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Okay. Let's see. This is a new one. That's Swiffer. Okay. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. If I butchered that, I am terrible at pronunciation and names, so I apologize. If you put your name in the chat, and then I'll call you by your first name. Make sure I write it down and remember it for next time. So, my wife makes fun of me because she's a school teacher, and I'm in sales. And she goes, "How do you not remember people's names?" I said, "Well, I remember faces. I don't necessarily remember names or anything, but if I see somebody, I recognize their face, then the name clicks. But I don't necessarily remember names when. So, and I butcher things. So, that's that public school education from up in New England. Right? I think I got to the bottom. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to the show. I take my first sip. So I'm sipping on some Rebel small batch reserve. It's 110 proof. If I want to warm up a little bit, some of these pours are going to be a little hot. So let's see here. So let me pull this up here. So actually, let me start this thing here. All right. And then show this here real quick. So for me, I'm doing a 8, 10, 12, 18 theme. So we're doing 4 samples. It's Reveries 8. That's the one that I picked with the Bourbon Judge. That's bottle number 2. And then I have a Jack 10. That's batch 5. A Knob Creek 12 and a Knob Creek 18. So that'll be the sample pack from me. And then Mr. Renstrom is doing a sample pack of the samples we're doing tonight. And we bring that up real quick. So these are, see if I can pull this up full screen. So these are the samples that Dave has sent to me. So these are all Nashville Barrel Company picks from Stuff and Whiskey. So we have the Cask Syndicate, the Trip Load, and then we have the Swag. So all of these are in the blind for this evening. And then I am putting in, and I'm going to tell you in a second, I have another OZ Tyler that I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 4 OZ Tylers just to see what's the best one. So you guys will get all 3 of these, plus another one, and then something. I know there's, I think he said there's another one he's going to do. Well, add me to stage. And okay, clicking the wrong buttons. So let me hold on one sec here. Get that up there. And then one more thing. So that's the Venmo link. And those of you who do PayPal, most people have my my PayPal. So appreciate that. When I hit the like button, appreciate it. That helps out. Thanks, Rob. So, yeah, that's what we're doing this evening. So it's going to be. I told Dave. Did I say doo doo? Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. I just said it again. Oh well. Someone can flip it. Matt's probably already doing it. We'll see. Who knows? But so we're gonna try to use this soul blind. First time ever doing it. I'm just been wanting to do blinds. The problem is I have one set of blends that are from the same person. So I have three Bourbon Judge blends, right? And then everything else are onesies, two glasses. And obviously, if you put blends in this thing that are marked, you don't know what the hell you're pouring in. So when I finally was able to get some dark blends, so we're gonna be going blind, so I'm not gonna be able to see any of the colors or anything like that. And then we're gonna try to rock this solo blind and see what happens. Hopefully, if I don't screw this up too much. You know what I mean? Seems pretty easy. And every time I got to give a shout out to Charlie. Every time that I used to go to that website, it was sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. So I was like, would like to get one. And then I see other people kind of creating them with their 3D printers and all that kind of stuff. And Charlie goes, well, I got an extra one. If you want it, I can send it to you. I said, oh, buddy, that would be freaking awesome. So he's gracious enough, sent this over to me. So yeah, happy to be using it and trying it out and having a good old time. So let me show you the other bottle that I'm putting in here. So this is a 21090 single barrel. So this is a 7 year. Now it is a Green River. I'm not sure if it's OZ Tyler, but it's a Green River, right? And this is a 7 year. Now I do have similar essence pick that RJ did, but his is only a 6 year, and this is more close to what these samples are. I think all these samples are 8 year plus, so this is the one that's the closest to it. So I wanted to kind of keep that consistent as far as age goes. But this will be the other bottle that is in the blind. And what I will do is in my sample pack, because well, um, trying to see. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe I can send this to the person, whoever wins Renstroms, they would get this from me as well. So that you can do the full four blind, unless Renstrom's going to include another OZ Tyler. Then I don't have to. But that's what we're going to be sipping on tonight, having a good old time. And I was chatting with Dave earlier, and he was telling me, he goes, you remind me to keep drinking, because I told him, I said, my goal tonight with all these higher proofs and what I'm going to go through, I just don't want to be slurring and hammered. You know what I mean? And so also, I'm going to do a Google Meets tonight after the show. And then what we're going to do is mark Northwest Bourbon. It's the first Saturday of the month, and I think he is doing his Veterans live stream. So I normally wear a hat when I come down. I've been wearing a hat the past couple of weeks if my hair was way too long. I look like a hippie. But I did get it cut today, so I got feeling better. And I picked this up the other day. It's my commemorative America hat. And today's an important day for those of you who don't know. Today was the day commemorating the invasion the D-Day invasion and the invasion of Normandy, and what the greatest generation did for the world, not only for our country but for the world, and trying to liberate Europe from what was going on back then. So, um, if you could, let's raise a glass to everyone who took in that invasion. A lot of them are not with us anymore, and a lot of them didn't get off that beach. So let's raise the glass. Cheers to our veterans. And if you know a veteran, give them a cheers as well. So Mark does his veteran live stream. So what we'll do is we're gonna hang out in Google Meets. I think last time I did it, we 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 streamed his live stream in the Google Meet and everything, but everybody should watch it if you have the ability to do that, either watch it on your phone, but get him the views, get him the likes and that kind of stuff. So if you're awake at midnight, because he goes on at midnight Eastern time, which is 9 o'clock Pacific. It's a great show that he does, and just awesome, commemorating just veterans in general and everything like that. So it was my public service announcement for the evening. All right. So we're going to start getting these things poured up, and what I'm going to do. So the way this contraption works is each cup comes in its own little cradle, right? And it fits into this thing. And on the cradle itself, there is a little dog tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag the I'm just going to on the tag, it's going to be A, B, C, D. So let's write down here on a piece of paper. So sample A is going to be the swag 2026 sample. B is going to be treat load, and that's the way I have them in order over here. And then C is going to be the task syndicate. Okay, and then the D one is going to be the 21090. All right, and then I wasn't sure what type of pen or marker I can write on these things here. So this is my sample bottle. Sometimes I get this little thing because the sample bottles come with these fancy tags that no one uses. And I'm just going to write A, B, C, and D on these tags here, and then get these things poured up. We'll get it loaded up. I'm going to let them sit for a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to start doing that. And what I might do is normally I wait towards the end of the show to kind of highlight and show some other YouTube channels that are out there. I'm going to do that first, just so one, I remember, and two, it's not spoiling myself, because I don't know how well or how this is going to go, because I was in Taylor. It's pretty hard, and I know those are usually pretty pretty and everything like that. I mean, I have a Green River single barrel that is 130 something proof, and it is up it. I mean, so Brandon, appreciate you being here, Mr. Poor Decisions Perry. I wasn't going to do this pre. I'm going to do it now. So sorry if you guys are going to see me kind of go through the process here. So that is the A. All right, drop that in there, and that's what I said, the swag. So I'm not going to go full sample in here, because like I said, I want to be able to know my name and speak in a few hours. So we're going to try to take it as easy as possible here. All righty. I tell you, if you get one of these things, it's put together really, really well. And this thing is designed very well. Everything kind of fits in its place and everything like that. I know RJ did one. I think RJ has one that's supposed to be think you can do up to 6 samples and everything like that. I don't know if he has the fancy cover for it, but he did a stream the other night and he had it all set up. So I know he is big into 3D printing and everything like that. He does those little 3D printed. They look like a barrel, but you can put your Glen in it so you can travel with the Glen. It's supposed to be a Glen protector, I guess, which is pretty cool. So this is B. This is Truckload. And of course, you can't see. I'm not going to know what the hell I'm drinking because these lens are anything in it. My God. Well, this is going to really show like what an amateur I am when it comes to whiskey and bourbon. Way to go, Mike. Lose subscribers right off the bat. I'm trying to do one of these things. Right. So right off the bat, this cask syndicate is probably the darkest of the group of samples from what I've seen. So I'm glad I cannot see them because I would have been able to pick that out again. So everybody's clear. That's number C. Go over here. Let's see. Bring this over this way so everybody can see. Right. So this is pretty cool. So on the side of this thing, so it has this little circle, half circle, and then over here it has like a little notch, and then on the uh, spinning wheel there is a notch, and then there is a piece in the middle where this kind of rests in. So they're rested in there pretty freaking good. So when you're spinning, hoping things don't fall all over the place. We're gonna find out. But wouldn't that be funny, right? So, oops, putting the wrong. I would have put 2 C's down. That would have been terrible. All right, and this is going to be the 21091. So there we go. Put that in there. It is pop. Right. This is a special bottle because my buddy Gandy is part of the team that went out to Evernorth to pick the bottle with Todd, Andy, and the boys. So get this in there. All right. So everything is in there pretty good. And then the way this works is there's 3 little slots on this, and there are slots on the bottom of the base. So I'm going to slide this sucker in here, kind of line those things up, and there we go. Look at that. I know my camera's not showing all the way down to the bottom of the table here, so I apologize. Let me see if I can stream adjustment. Big mistake. Let me go a little bit. Okay. And so then there's the little cutouts here allow you to spin. So I'll give it a little spin right now. One of these, put this to the side. I'm going to go through these couple of channels that I want to highlight. And then we will, and I put them all in the description. All right. So if you guys want, go check them out, watch some of their content. If you think it's worth your time and effort, give them a subscribe. They're all smaller channels, just like myself. You know, we're all trying to grow. I'm just looking to help everybody out. So that Rebel is probably one of the most underrated weeded whiskeys that are out there. And according to Mr. Toy, formerly of Baker Drinks, that is rumored to be Heaven Hill sourced juice that Lux Ring uses for that particular offering. So if you see it in a liquor store, I think it's definitely under $35. At least in Virginia ABC, it's under $35. So yeah, that is something that you should look right there. And hold on. I just saw someone saying hello, not paying attention to the chat, trying to talk and do what they're doing. What's up, CA Scotty? Cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. So last week, Scotty took a bunch of us. Vogel saying was kind of a wimp and didn't want to do it. Doesn't want to broaden his horizons, and I was actually shocked. Um, I'm not really didn't really consider myself somebody who enjoyed Scotch, and I'm not sure if I enjoy single malts, but Scotty took us down a non-peated and a peated Scotch adventure, right? And I have to say, I've walked in and out of liquor stores more times than I care to admit the past week or so, and I have spent a lot of time in the Scotch aisle. It's just crazy, but some of that stuff was pretty freaking good. So hey, just one more rabbit hole to go down, right? One more thing to try to spend money on bottles and all that kind of stuff. But anyhow, um, Scotty, we appreciate that. And if I ever decide to pull a trigger on the bottle, you're going to be the first person I call just to make sure I'm not buying something I'm going to regret. So there we go. Okay. So let me get to these channels really quick. And oops, share this tab instead. There we go. So this is Bob who's in the chat tonight. This is his channel. And bring this up here. So this is the ToastedG.O.A.T. So he's at 88 subscribers. I think he was on Charlie's stream the other night. So if you're on Charlie's stream and you didn't subscribe, I mean, go check out his channel. It seems like he's doing some whiskey and some bourbon and some other stuff and everything like that. So, um, I watched, I think, a couple of his videos. So I haven't gotten through all of them. There's videos and shorts and everything like that. So he's doing a myriad of different expressions and everything like that. So go check him out, see what's going on, and you know, see what happens. Right. So that's the first one. Go to this one here. So this one here, these guys are really small. This is Barrel Proof Project, right? So they just started. And so scrolling through my YouTube feed, and I see a short from these guys. And first thing I notice is, are they old enough to drink? I mean, these guys look young, I will say. So let me go to their shorts. They are, I mean, I think this might have been the short that I saw, and I'm like, is he old enough to drink alcohol? So there's like two buddies that are just having some fun and doing the channel and everything like that. So go check them out. They have 35 subscribers. So hey, go show them some love, check them out a little bit, and see what they're doing. I mean, seem like pretty cool dudes. So let them know I sent you over there, and we'll go from there. So here we go. And then the last one. So these guys here, kind of local to me. Now they have a little bit more subscribers than I think they're right around 9 from a subscriber perspective. So these guys are out of Baltimore, and I think one of the guys is actually from or in the Bourbon Judge Discord and Patreon and everything. And I believe he's also in 21090s. So they're pretty funny. They do hunt videos and everything like that. And their banter back and forth, it's pretty funny. So go check these guys out. That they hunt around some of the stores in and around the Baltimore market and everything like that. So go check these guys out. This video was pretty funny. So they did this copper and cask hazmat, and these guys are sipping on it, and it's like didn't seem like it was much to them. So I have a copper and cask. I'll show it to you in a second. I can't drink it. It is hot. My goodness gracious. Me and Dollar Bill, I got him a bottle. And man, it's hot. I'm just hoping I sent it out in the sample. I think it was the sample pack last week. And sent it BTM on that sample. So hopefully he's gonna try it soon and check it out. And you know, it's pretty intense. So But these guys are pretty funny. Go check those guys out if you can. If you like, that would be awesome. So, all right. Let's see here. So, quick reminder, what we're doing as far as sample size. So, Rich, I don't know if you have an idea of what you're going to. I know you sent me a text and said you were playing around with it. So, if you at some point, maybe when we get close to doing the duck race, uh, maybe just post what you're going to do. So it's the 3 samples that um David sent me. So these are the 3 here. Oops, add this to the state. So these are the 3 NBC barrels, and then what I am adding in is this. So there's 2 releases right tonight. So just wanted to get that out there because when I start this here, I'm probably going to forget my name and it's going to be pretty bad. So these have been sitting up a little bit. I'm just gonna give this thing a twirl and let it spin around, and then I'll take the top off and I'm going to give it one very slow twirl so you can see that it does spin around and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody has one. I know Joe, who's in here, has one. I've seen him do some videos with it, and I've seen other people use it. So I was always curious, like, how the hell how are they spinning this shit around? Now it's actually pretty well made. So pretty cool. Just let me take this off, put that over there. So once I get these off here, I'll show you what it looks like. But let me just do another quick little spin. So again, these are all mixed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take these out and put them on the table. So so this is what the table looks like. So this is the little round center, and then these are the little things that it clips onto. And it's a big lazy Susan that spins around, which is pretty cool. Very well made, very well constructed. If you could find one, I don't know. I don't know how the other ones that are out there in on either Etsy or wherever the hell you would um, eBay or Amazon. I just don't know if any of those things would be good enough. And if you know RJ, I know RJ does 3D printing and he is making some. So I see a new name. Okay. My screen is like, let me make myself full screen here. So Pablo, okay, appreciate you being here, man. Cheers to you, man. Thanks for joining the show. Everyone say hello, please. Awesome. All right. For all intents and purposes, I've got them numbered A, B, and C. And what I'm going to do here is this is, for rating purposes here, I'm going to go A, B, C, D for the blind, and then we'll reveal which one is what. Okay. And got another piece of paper. So 1 sec. So we have A, B, C, and D. And for those of you who have not seen any of my blind videos or seen me do a blind with regards to when I do these things, I don't have a scoring system. I don't get into all that. I either I'm freaking like it or I'm not. And what I do is I rate the nose, the palate, and the finish. So there's 4 samples. The scores are going to be 1 to 4. 1 being the best, 4 being the one I like the least. And then what we're going to do is the way the scoring is going to work is whatever sample has the lowest score, it's going to win the competition and be the one that went first from OZ Tyler. So that's how I'm going to score this here. Dave, I know you're going to sip along with me, but I'm going to try to keep track of the score and have you keep track of the score. Make sure I'm doing it correctly and all that kind of fun stuff. That would be awesome. Ready? This is going to be A. Here we go. Let's not make a fool of myself. So Ozzy Tyler is probably one Green River in general, especially the cash strain stuff, is one of the brands that I do. So I don't necessarily get a pronounced carry note on a pour. I don't I don't pick up, but I do know that this bottle of um from the Bourbon Junkies there from Evernorth, um, Andy and I opened that together, and he was telling me, well, I get a real strong cherry note on this. And when I tasted it, I was like, okay, so that's kind of a like a bland note for me. But now I know that that's cherry. Okay, so now when I taste stuff and I smell stuff, I get that. That's the one thing I think COVID really took from me is my ability to smell and taste cherry very well. So one of the casualties of my COVID experience. So these definitely do have very, very pronounced cherry notes. So, mm, okay. All right. Number B, or letter B. Guess what? Smells fucking the same. Oh my God, it's gonna be so hard. I'm making a my save. Hmm. Listen, Cindy, how you doing? Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Hmm. As soon as I highlight, everyone starts saying hello. There, off my screen. I'm on the C. Okay. They don't smell the same. This is going to be impossible to rate the nose. So that last one, I'm getting definitely that fruity cherry note. And I do get some darker fruits on that one. So let me look at it this way. Okay. I keep putting these back into these folders. And it's going to be harder and harder as I start going through this. Is put these back. We just put them in front of each other. And it sucks because I don't know what I'm drinking. And you don't know what I'm drinking. So I know when we did the blind a couple of weeks ago with everybody, you guys kind of had a clue, or at least some people did through Charlie's Discord, what everybody was drinking. So right. So if I'm going to rate these, I would say sample D. This one would be number one. A would be two, and I'm splitting hairs here. And then I'm going to go B is three, and C is for those keeping score. The last one, D is in the lead. So we're gonna palate nose again, palate, and I'm gonna go back and change my nosing once I taste something. What's that? The original stand, Husky Dog. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. And Ian, I saw you in there before, but things are scrolling past so fast. I didn't get a chance to highlight you. Cheers to you as well. Yes, there you go. Yes, correct. Thank you, Dave. All right. Cheers to everybody. And what's everybody sipping on tonight? Are you a fan of OZ Tyler stuff? So two questions. Are you a fan? And what are you sipping on? What's up, Rick? Cheers to you, buddy. Go check out Rick's channel, Mr. Hillbilly Logic. They're throwing down some great music and everything like that. You will not be disappointed. It is high proof OZ Tyler. That's a little bite to it. So definitely proofy. Not proofy on the nose, but proofy on the lip. It's lit my entire tongue up. Drink it back. Nice, super warm, definitely cherry note, and a little bit of baking spice and some caramel in there is what I got on that one. So that one's pretty decent. And so I forget. Last time I did one of these, I drank too much and I had to run off and use the restroom. I'm hoping not to have to do that tonight. What I'll do is, I can't do that because I'm not going to be shut my hand. We'll figure it out. Anyhow, here we go. This is sample B. Mm. I say one. Ooh, that is a spicy. Nice, good, peppery kind of spice to it. All right. Kind of keep these in order so I kind of know what I'm doing. And so just pull that back that way. All righty. You go to number 3 or C. I probably start ordering 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably should have went a little bit higher proof for my warm up pour. Oh, and say hello, Mr. John. Shank. I would say Shanks. Shank. Here's to you, John. Hopefully you're doing well down there in Utah. Hopefully your Saturday was good and you scored some stuff at the Virginia ABC past couple of days. Ooh, nice. Not. Mm, oh wow. So, hmm, interesting. Not a good nose. Very good palate. That had a lot of flavors that I really gravitate towards, which are those caramel vanillas and toffee type notes, plus um little bit of like fruit in there. I mean not cherry, but a dark fruit or something like that. That was actually pretty decent. I'm gonna make another sip here. Okay. Keep an eye on the time. Sample number 4, D. And I know all you guys are waiting for me to say D's the best sample. And I know what's going to come next. Everyone's going to want to clip it. I'm not going to say it. So, Jeff, here's to you, buddy. Looking forward to finally meeting you in person. Make sure you bring an airbag so we're not falling into anything next week, buddy. All right. That's my public service announcement for tonight. Cheers, buddy. And you got to be in the know to know on that one. Enough said. This nose is incredible. If the palate is anywhere near the nose, now, he, for me, was not the best nose, but it's probably in the running as best palate right now. And Renstrom's probably sitting back there. I know what he just drank because of what I'm saying. Hmm. Oh, oh, yeah. Okay. We might already have a winner since one tasting, but I'm gonna rate the finish before I go through the palate and kind of do a little back and forth. I want to make sure I'm getting this correct. So bear with me 1 second here. Um, so I didn't see is he has no clue. Okay. Well, neither do I, Dave, because I can't see what the hell I'm drinking. Um, so is anybody into OZ Tyler? Are you a fan? Not a fan? I guess what are your opinions on it? Do people into the National Barrel OZ Tyler stuff? Are you into the Evernorth OZ Tyler stuff? Are you into I know Short Barrel does a lot of OZ Tyler stuff. So Tracy is a fan of OZ Tyler. Yes. So I was going to include I have a Short Barrel OZ Tyler single barrel. I was going to include that in this, but it was a non-age stated. So I was like, I don't know what the age is on it, but I do know absolutely love those and everything. And then RJ's bottle. Let's see. Uh, so this is the 6th year. And let's see. So it's a different mash bill. So RJ's is 74 16 10, and the 210-91 is 74 21 4. So a little bit more rye on the 210-90 versus the one that RJ did, but um, it was 6 years versus the 8 year, and that's 7. So I figured I wanted to go that. And the short barrel is not age stated, so I wasn't going to include it in here. So I don't think it would have. I think it would have fared well, but maybe it wouldn't have. So I am going to go back through these in reverse order, and then maybe taste through them one more time, and then I'm going to fall on the floor. No. Taste through them one more time, and then I'll kind of figure out where I'm going to give these here. And again, for those of you who maybe have just joined, um, my scoring system is very, very simple, right? Nose, palate, finish. That's the 3 things that I would judge or kind of consider. And if there's 5 samples in a blind, my score is 1 through 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the one I don't like, the least favorite. I never say the worst, least favorite. And then it's 3 samples, you know the drill. So usually the sample with the lowest score is going to win, or at least be the best as far as what I'm tasting at that particular time. So There you go. So, okay, let's start here. And that nose is still, that is a beautiful nose. That's got to be one of the NBC bottles, I tell you. Mm. That's got a nice finish. I get like a coffee caramel on the finish with that. Nice spice and cherry up front. Transitions to kind of a word like caramel kind of Werther's maybe esque type of a note, and then nice, very long finish. So, all right. What I put in for everybody. This is tough, man. And Mr. Renstrom, you're gonna be shocked. So you can see the madness that's behind it. These are the first sips I think I've ever had of anything from NBC. Just it's been one brand that every time I see them, they are super expensive, and I just don't gravitate towards them at all. Um, so this is my first exposure and experience with NBC source stuff. I've always heard their single barrels are just very, very, very good. And from what I've tasted so far, these are pretty solid. So I do appreciate you sharing these and sending these over, man. That's awesome. Oop, it's Mr. Vogel saying. So the older green liver distillate before you still remember its name. Okay. Thank you, Dave, for letting everybody know that. Yeah, so Green River, I guess the distillery used to be called OZ Tyler, or at least that's, I don't know if it was called that or was referred to that. And then, so Green River came from OZ Tyler, based on, I guess, probably the Wizard of Oz. I don't know if that's played into that, why they call it Green River versus whatever, but that's kind of the history. I did not know that. So that's pretty much what NBC does is all OZ Tyler stuff. Okay. Now I can see why it's kind of pricey and everything like that. So now that one, it's not as a pronounced kind of um like a butterscotch caramel in the end. Well, I'm getting that. That's kind of weird. I usually don't get that with OZ Tylers, but um that one's not, the finish is not as long as robust as this one. And this one here is a little bit more spice up front too. This one a little bit muted compared to this one. So I still put that one there. This is B. Everybody is filling everybody in on NBC. So I have to admit, the first time I saw the NBC acronym being thrown around, I was like, what is NBC doing in the bourbon business? I have no idea. Everybody abbreviates everything. I had no idea what it stood for. So that's how green I used to be. And I still don't know everything. The second you think you know everything, you're a fool. right? You can't. There's no way you can know everything. No way you can taste everything. But the community that we have and the people that I know very well, the samples and different things that everybody shares and does everything with each other. It's just awesome. I mean, I've had so many different pours of stuff that it's just unattainable I live. And, it's just the graciousness of everybody in the community. And, between Renstrom, between Scotty, CA Scotty, Mr. Vogelsang himself, and Gandy. I mean, the samples that you guys have shared have just been ridiculous. And then everyone else too. I mean, everyone else has sent different samples and different things. I mean, my buddy Little Dude sent me one of the videos I did was Eagle Rare 12 versus Eagle Rare Store Pick versus just a standard shelfer Eagle Rare. And I would never have been able to do that video if I didn't get a sample of the 12 years from Patrick's. That was cool. It is good, but compared to these other ones, I don't think it's just not stacking up. It really isn't. I do get a little bit of that caramel in there, but not really. Do have a Pepsi Zero in there. Should be blended with a Pepsi Zero, really good. Have it instead of just water. So, maybe I'll do that a little bit. Kind of, this is why I started the channel because when I would taste stuff and kind of do things and everything like that, and you end up talking to yourself, right? Oh, this is good. This is that, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just restrict myself and put it out there because I'd like to hear it, and maybe other people would like to hear it. Oh, what's up, Cody? Appreciate you being here and saying hello. Are you back from your evening, or are you in between, or is it far driving for you? Let us know. Cheers, Charlie. Can't wait to hang out next week, brother. It's going to be a good time. So next Saturday, so I said I was going to get into my schedule. Let me do that one week before I try this last one. Um, so next week I am heading to Kentucky and heading down with the Bourbon and Balls crew and some of the other Patreons. We're going to Colpick and we're going to put a series in it. And part of the experience is we get to spend the evening uh, on their property. They have a cabin or a house. So we're going to hang out. They're going to cook for us. We're supposed to bring fishing poles if you want to go fishing and everything like that. And we do a big body share. And my plan is to definitely bring the laptop, bring my camera, and if there is a good and quality internet signal, I'm not going to do a full blown show, but I'm definitely going to try to go live because I think it would be last to kind of see the behind the scenes of what happens. Not a good pick if you ever get one. And then, so that's next week. The week after that is Father's Day weekend. So gonna try to definitely do a stream. Gonna celebrate dads. For those of you who still have your dads, count your blessings. I still have my father-in-law. I don't have my dad anymore. He's been gone for 5 years. So Father's Day is always a tough day for that kind of stuff. So we're gonna celebrate my dads, whether they're here or not, and do a good show from there. And then the week after, I think Mr. Vogelsang and I will be doing a blind that was curated by CA Scotty. So we have a bunch of samples here, and we're going to go through that. I think that's what the tentative schedule is, but I got to confirm with Dave. I know he said he can't do anything before Father's Day, so maybe after Father's Day, and then the week after that is the 4th of July. So what I'll do, maybe this week, I'll put something up on the channel. Let me know. Um, Again, I don't know. Usually we get together with some of our friends and neighbors and everything like that in the 4th and do something. So I don't know. No one's really said much about this year and what's going on, who's doing a party or not doing a party or anything like that. So it's a Saturday this year, which is awesome. Obviously it's a big, big celebration, 250th year of the country. And I'd love to do a live, you know, America themed and that kind of stuff. But it's either going to be that Friday, depending if I have something going on Saturday, or if everybody, if nobody really has big plans and things and they want to do live, maybe we can do something a little bit later. I'm going to try to talk to Mark because that's the first, July 4th is the first Saturday of the month, and that's when he normally does his veteran stream. So I don't know if he's doing a veteran stream that night or not. So we're going to figure something out. But I'll post something in the next week or so on the channel to kind of figure something out. And then I know Rick is Mr. Moreland's gonna come on at some point and do Beyond the Shelf. I do have a sample pack here that I need to send to him, and we'll share, do some pours. And then I think Daniel from Appalachian Bourbon Society, he's reached out and filled out the form to do the Beyond the Shelf and Share and Pour. So maybe we'll get that scheduled sometime in mid to late July. We'll figure out what's going on. It's kind of hard in the summertime with people's schedules and vacations and family and that kind of stuff. So I understand. And then I know Troy and Laura have both said that they would like to come on and kind of show what they had left, or what we didn't see when they were doing the Baker Drink show. And you know, um, check out off topic whiskey. He did a great released a video today. It's kind of a conversation and discussion with going Laura about the channel and everything like that, which was really, really good. So go check out that. If you're not subscribed to him, go definitely go subscribe. And let's see, I know Mr. Vogelsang is supposed to be at some point. We are going to get a front row view of the Vogelsang vault, and I know everybody in Whiskey Tube would want to see that. So I know Gandhi is supposed to maybe do something as well. And I think Keith was supposed to do something, but then he had some stuff going on in his personal life. So we'll coordinate something. So hopefully it gets me through the summer, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go from there. Maybe make some announcements on some things towards the end of the year. We'll figure something out. But stay tuned. We're just starting to ramp up. I noticed before I got on the stream tonight, I mentioned it earlier. So finally, I'm halfway to my goal for the end of the year. I hit 250 subscribers, which thank you to everybody who has subscribed. So we've humbling. And the goal, obviously, 200 is 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And then my watch time hours, because of the lives that I'm doing, has definitely increased that. So I should be at where I need to be before the end of the year is watch time hours, but it's the subscribers that are going to be a little bit more difficult. And I think, let's see, 1st of August, I'm going to be going to the Jay West event that is going to be here in Northern Virginia, his facility. And then in October, I am going to Kentucky to Bourbon on the Beach. So that's kind of where I'm going to be doing stuff, and maybe in and around the local area and that kind of stuff. So And then obviously Joe from the Whiskey Tank. We're going to try to coordinate. He doesn't live far from where I am, and hopefully we could start doing some maybe channel collaboration and different things from that perspective. So there's the announcements. What I wanted to get through. I forgot to do that earlier, and I'm still sober, so I don't want to forget about anything and make sure I don't mess anything up from that perspective. So on to the last sample here, which is A. Mm, okay, that is definitely the spiciest one of the. It's got the most. I mean, it just lights your palate up as far as um, spiciness. Don't know if it's proof or if it's actually the mash bill, but definitely is, I would say, would be probably the higher proof one based on the way it hits your palate. But after that, it kind of does fall off, which is kind of surprising. Right. So I don't know if my scores are going to change much from what I got going on. So let me try to open this without. Thank God. That's all I needed. I would have pulled the Charlie, have a bunch of liquid fall in my lap. If he had on Thursday night, I think somebody stole the Glen. I don't know. We're doing that. I got that. And go back through real quick and just taste. Yeah, Dave. The B&B bourbon balls napkin. Mm-hmm. All righty. I'll be fire these bad boys. Mhm. These blends are crazy. You can't see shit. I mean, look at these things. There's no light coming through there. I have no idea how much liquid is left, not left. So when I'm sipping, I'm like, okay, is it there? Is it there? It's there. So it looks like a knucklehead. That one smells it. This one smells incredible. Which one is it? Yeah, D. This one here smells incredible. Oh, man. Well, we definitely have a clear winner based on my mathematics over here. So that's a total there. Alrighty. So this wasn't even close. Oh, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright. So quick reminder for everybody, 4, 5, 4 debts. So these are the bottles that are part of this blind, and that'll be part of the Renstrom sample pack that everybody is going to get a chance to win. Oh, here's to you. Let's go, Brandon. All right. No idea who Let's Go Brandon is, but cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. It's a new name for me. And then this is the samples that I am doing for tonight. So I picked up a Jack 10 in the Virginia ABC drink this last weekend. And I did also get a backup of a 12-year 1792. Those are really hard to find. But I was like, well, do I want to include the 1792 that I already had open? I said, no, I'm going to include the Knob Creek. It's a little higher proof, and I think it's probably a better 12-year than the 1792. Maybe that's a blind that I'm going to have to do coming up here in the near future. Now that I had this fancy contraption from my buddy Charlie. But the Reveries 8, that was a single barrel that I started picking. So that's a bourbon judge pick from Reveries. And then Jack 10, that's batch 5. And Knob 12 and the 18 is batch 3 of the 18. I actually really like the 18. I do not think it's over oaked or anything, but I enjoy it. I don't know. Some people don't really care for it, but I don't know. So what I've got here, there's a clear cut one. Clear, clear cut one. Let's see. Let me say. Text me what the other two of the other samples would be fine. Okay. Right, well, I'm not gonna be able to pull. Dave, maybe just put it in the chat because I'm not. There's no way I'm taking this into this thing. Oop, hold on, you sent me a picture. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on a second, Dave. Yeah. Now I'm getting too many things hitting my phone and it's gonna explode. Don't want to be in this. Let me close that. All right, hold on a second. Oh, okay. So there are two samples that are going to be in the sample pack. So we're going to do, see, there will be two of the other, let's see, that'll be the two other. All right, so how many samples are you doing, Dave? So you have these three, and you said two more, so you're doing a total of 5, understood, correct? So these here, this is another Nashville barrel, Stella's Secret Stash, and then a Found North Tangerine, the 20-year. So it's total of 5, I'm assuming. 8 total. Okay, you gotta throw in some. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna get an 8-pack from Renstrom. You're gonna get a 4-pack from me. And again, now people that are coming in and being guests show me up with better sample packs, but that's what the community is all about. So if you guys are interested, grab a drink. Let's get this stuff judged and we'll talk about these bottles a little bit and we'll go from there. So I know Renstrom, he is kind of he does a lot of stuff for the Stuff and Whiskey channel. And he definitely does. He has a lot of their picks and a lot of different things and everything like that. I know he speaks very, very highly of them and everything like that. I have a few picks that they've done in collaboration with the Bourbon Judge. I know they always try to do a couple of collaboration picks every year and everything like that. Actually, one of the samples I did a couple weeks back was this 1792 full proof. That's probably the best full proof I've ever had. It was a collaboration between the Bourbon Judge and Stuff and Whiskey. So, alrighty, coming in my least favorite, not last, not that I didn't like it or anything like that. And oops, Mike thinks he has his mic plugged into a fuse box. Okay, is the sound coming through okay? Rip, want to make sure. I did switch So I have a different computer that I'm using for this here. So I'm hoping it's not as laggy. Definitely not as laggy on my end with a bunch of different things that I have open. So, oh, it's chirping. Okay. Uh, okay. Sorry about that. Did not know. All right. I have no idea if I can correct that or not. Bear me one sec. Let me do that. Let's see. I don't know if that's helping at all. Reduce the background noise. Hopefully, I don't know. Okay. Well, sorry it's lagging. Apologize for all that. But I'm not going to try to fix this midstream. So thank you for letting me know. I will try to test it out maybe tomorrow to do some test stuff within StreamYard to see if I can pinpoint what the issue is and then go from there. So the list mover is sample number B. So that is going to come in the least favorite. Okay. And that had a total of 10 points. So it was 3 for the nose, 4 for the palate, and 3 on the finish. Okay. Coming in right behind that with a total of 9 points was sample A. So that was number 2 on the nose, number 3 on the palate, and number 4 on the finish. Okay. And then coming in third place was sample number C at a total of 8 points. So what I see, the nose was the least favorite nose of the four. It's still, there's not a lot there in the nose, but it shines on the palate and on the finish. It definitely has not as an elongated finish and just palate as the last one, but this shines, and I think it would have been a lot closer had the nose been better. So it was 4 on the nose. It was the least favorite nose. There was 2 on the palate and 2 on the finish. And then across the board, the last sample, it was 1 for all 3 categories. So it had a total of 3 points. So, I mean, that crushed the other 3. So let's try to figure out what the hell I've been drinking because I really would like to know. I don't know. All you people would definitely like to know. So, without further ado, let me see if I can spread this apart here so I don't spill anything. So, sample number B. Okay, it's the nose is and the finish is good, but the palate initially, this has a little bit better palate, even though it's a lot of spice up front. But all right, let's see what this one is. And I think I loaded these in here where you guys may be able to see it first. So I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna close my eyes and you tell me what. See, that's A. All righty. So my least favorite was A, and let me get my other cheat sheet in here. So A was the Swag 2026. So that's the sample bottle. This is a 8-year, 10-month OZ Tyler. It is barrel number 9031, and it's 126.36 proof. Okay. So Dave is hoping the Evernorth isn't the D one. Dave, I have no idea. No clue. That's what's so cool about. I mean, dude, normally, like psychologically, when you see something that's really dark and viscous and it's clinging to the glass and all this other stuff, and uh, you kind of form an opinion just by what it looks like, and then you taste it in your mind. So these Glens definitely, I think, are pretty true. Now, this could be, so hold on. That's the annual gathering pick from the last month. Let's double it. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. So my mic is still messing up. I have no idea why I'm sounding that way. It's I can't figure it out, and I'm not troubleshooting right now. I'm an hour and 30 something minutes into this thing, and that's where it's at. So I apologize if sounds terrible. Uh, sorry. All right, buddy. I don't have the fancy stuff that everyone else uses. I'm bourbon tube or whiskey tube on a budget. All right. So what I was saying is, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Even though you messed with my head the first time that I did my stream, telling me you couldn't hear me when you really could. So you could be don't be faking me out again, Tracy. I hope you're not doing that. So Renstrom, uh not that it's bad. It's just compared to the other three, my palate just just it's the least favorite. So all right. So the I guess the next one is sample A, and I'm gonna hold that up there to everybody. I'm not looking, and now I'm gonna look. So that is the Evernorth. So there you go, Renstrom. The Evernorth, which is the 21091, that's this bottle here. So that one there is okay. So that one there is more spicy than this one here. It definitely has. And now I'm looking at the mash bill. It's 21% rye. So high rye mash bill. It's definitely got a little bit of a zing in there. Okay, but it's not awful. It's just compared to the other ones, doesn't stack up. Okay. This leaves we are down to the final two. So we have quick load and the task syndicate. So the trip load is barrel 9031. It's 130.12 proof, and it's an 8.5 year OZ color. And then the task syndicate is an 8.5 year OZ color. It's barrel number 9013, and it's 128.52 proof. So if I had a guess, I'm going to say Cass Syndicate is D. Looking at the color of the two samples, that one there seems a lot darker. I'm assuming it's more rich and everything like that. But so this is sample C for me, and this came in second in this crazy blind. And that one there, I'm not looking. Everyone can see. Hopefully you can. So that is sample B. So that is confirmed. So I was correct. Past syndicate, which is sample C, was the one that I liked the most. And just looking at this thing, I mean, if you look at the three, so I'm going to try and pull these up. This one is a darker one, not by much, but this one here definitely looks darker to me in my light, and that's the Cast Syndicate. So, Renstrom, these were absolutely decadent. And that one there, oh my God, that is like rich, rich caramel, butterscotch, and that cherry note in there. Oh man, that is good. Mm, very, very good. Very good. All right. Let me put these back in their containers here. I'm gonna have to eventually start typing names in because I've been hearing my phone binging and buzzing for a while. So we appreciate everybody who is buying ducks and doing all that kind of fun stuff. So so just wanted to ask, um if I don't have guests on, is this something you want to see me do? Doing blinds at least this way instead of doing, I don't even know if I still have it down here. Hold on, I think I do. Instead of doing it the way I used to do it and put it in my my Crown Royal bag and mix up my 1 ounce samples. I don't know. The solo blind I think definitely works pretty well. I'm gonna try to use it in some videos at least. I'm gonna try to do some content of it, try to do some more blind videos and everything like that. But is this something you guys enjoy seeing or not? I enjoy doing the Beyond the Shelf because I just always like checking out what people have, right? I mean, I am a self-proclaimed whiskey nerd, right? Love to kind of compare and see what people have, what people, covet, what what's people's favorite, what they have the most of, and that kind of stuff. It always seems pretty interesting to me. But let me know in the comments, or if you want to shoot me an email, shoot me an email. Christian, I'm going to put this in here as well. I can still type. Oops, can't type. So that is my email. It's wvbourbonguy@gmail.com. So send me an email. Let me know everything like that. I don't think I put it in the description. I always forget to do that. But it is on my main channel page, the Google form to fill out if you want to come on the show and do a share report with friends or do a Beyond the Shelf segment. Would love to have you on. We'll to collaborate and go from there. So that's it. So so I see 3-4, 3 goals in less than 30 seconds. Who's winning the game? 2 quick goals down 2-4 with 12 plus left. Oh, so I'm assuming Vegas is up 4-3 based on this update. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's been a great series. I am not. I I live in the DC metro area, so I am a huge Capitals fan. Um, been since I moved down this way. I grew up in New England, and in the state of Connecticut is where I'm originally from, and where I grew up, went to high school and everything. So I was a Hartford Whaler fan, and the Carolina Hurricanes are the Hartford Whalers. I was a huge Whalers fan, and the way the team got sold and the way they left and everything like that was just never a fan of Carolina. And I think it was 2 years after they left Hartford, they won the cup that year. And it was just, figures they leave Hartford and then they win the cup 2 years later. And it was just something that I just never did. So it's not a fan of Carolina. Plus two, they're in the same division as the Capitals now and everything like that, and they always seem to have pretty good battles. So just not a fan. Rooting for Vegas. Nick Dowd, he's the fourth line center on Vegas. He was with the Capitals for a handful of years, so I'm kind of rooting for him to see if he can get a Stanley Cup ring, which would be pretty cool. So that's me nerding out a little bit on hockey. We are huge, 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 huge hockey fans, and yes, yes, there will be a Google Meets tonight. I will put that in there, and then Mark has his live stream, so we'll show Mark's stream in the Google Meets from that perspective. But if you guys want to go hang out on Mark's live stream, I know he lets people come on and everything like that, which is pretty cool. And so, pretty cool from that perspective. So, Blackhawks fan, yeah, they had a great run a while back and everything like that. I think the very first time, no, it was Detroit that beat them. So, the very first time the Caps got into the finals, the Red Wings actually swept them. So, yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I had a buddy that lived in our old neighborhood where we used to live. That was from the Michigan area, and he's a huge Hawks fan. So when they first won, yeah, it was pretty cool. I was kind of excited to see he was excited that they won and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty. So let me try to get all of these things entered in to get I have the spreadsheet open to put everything into it. I know some people sent me stuff ahead of time tonight, and I've got you already in there. Tracy, I got your free duck in there as well. So I'm gonna try to type and talk and all that kind of fun stuff while I am going through this. And then I bear with me 1 second here because I already have the Google Meets link created. Bear with me 1 sec. Oop, click on that. And post this in here. And I will try to post it in the description of the video before I close everything out. But I can't do that now without killing the stream. So I don't want to do that. But that will be the Google Meets for later. It is not open or ready for anybody to jump in. So if you guys want to click on it and kind of have it ready, you can do that. And I'm going to try to get all these names entered in. And again, we're doing 2 tonight. So there's my samples and then Renstrom samples. So would be good for everybody. And I appreciate everyone again joining me here on a Saturday evening. I know there's a lot of things people can be doing on a Saturday, and appreciate people that take their time and come to hang out and everything like that. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Is just have a spot where people can come hang out, share some pours, have some fun. Maybe one Saturday, if you don't have any guests or anything like that, I'll put the link out. If you guys want to come and join me, hang out a little bit, share some pours, chat, that's cool too. My whole thing is, sharing pours with friends, right? And that's what it's all about, right? Is whiskey is made and should be shared. And I think I'll never try to be political or anything like that, but um, I think if more people shared pours and hung out with each other, I think things would be a lot better because when you're sharing a pour and talking about what's in the Glen and just kind of sharing each other's company, you don't care what anybody's political affiliation is, what sexual preference they have, or anything like that. It's just kind of the time that you're sharing with them and everything like that. So, that's what's so cool about, I think, you know, I think Gandhi said this a couple of times. Someone at my age, kind of meeting and developing friendships and good friendships with people that some people I've never actually met in person yet is pretty cool, right? And just the whole community is just great. So, Charlie's got a great community. A lot of people we hang out and his Google Meets a lot. I try to do Google Meets after every show. I know BTM tries to do a Google Meets on Mondays after his shows. So it's a lot of fun. If you've never been, just come hang out, share a few pours. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. People just type in chat and have a conversation. And that's it. So it's pretty cool. Um, uh, oops, wait, uh, or I'm not talking, I'm trying to type and not screw up anybody's names and everything like that. So give me a sec here. Whew. Uh, Dr. Bill, I know says he has some type of a program or something that we're supposed to talk about that's supposed to be able to take the um the Venmos and everything and actually help me create a list. I just haven't had the time to um, get with him to do that. So um, eventually we'll get there, but at some point, this way it's always good when you have a guest on because they're able to kind of talk and fill in the void and everything like that. So let's say I like Tom and Tom and Jerry to hold my eyelids open. Okay. I have no idea what that conversation is all about there, Tracy. So um got that down there. Righty. Ready? There's those two. Right. Zimmy, I didn't even see you pop in. Cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate it. See, you said a Venmo here. I'm sorry, I did not catch you when you popped in. Didn't highlight you, so I do apologize. Ready? Um, right. guys make me laugh with some of these comments in the comment section. You make me chuckle. Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody's things in because I don't want to mess up anything. I'm going to look up and everyone's going to be gone. There's still a few of you here. Thank you. That's awesome. Righty. So, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get, and I don't know if mm, this over here. And share this tab instead. Right? Give me 1 sec. Let me get this list. Copy over. Too many moving parts here. Make this way. Oh, let me share this, add it to the stage, and then what I will do is when I run this, I'll make it full screen and we'll come back and we'll roll on over to Google Meets. So Tracy, this is your free one up here. So congrats you on winning the free dunk. Patrick, cheers to you, buddy. Thank you very much. Gandy, there's yours too. Mr. Dennis, cheers to you. Thank you very much. You got 2. 3, you got 3. Mr. Charlie from Booming and Balls has 2. Thank you. Mr. Vogelsang, you got 4 in there. Thank you. The Rye Guy, 2. The Shit Show Supervisor, you got 2. Let me go back to make sure I got everything correct. And Tracy, you got 4 here, so total 5. Sandy, thank you. Ian, thank you. Chris Barlow, thank you. Jeremy Dix, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Mr. Stan, thank you. And then Ryan, Mr. Toasty himself, thank you. C.A. Scotty, thank you. Appreciate it. You got 4 in there. Poor decisions, thank you. You got 2. Raging Cajun, you got 3. Thank you. CJP, you're in there for 1. Thank you, buddy. Mr. William Hall, you're in there for 2. Thank you. And then DBW is in there for 3. Thank you. Yep, I see what somebody is doing. Christian is adding one. He did this last time. All righty. Christian, thank you. Appreciate it. You're in there for 1. Awesome. So want to make sure everybody, let's see. Oops, I read that wrong. I'm going to be on Meets for a bit tonight. See you. Okay. All righty. Just give it a couple seconds. Make sure I didn't miss anybody that wanted to get on this stuff here. Just wanted to double check and make sure. So please type in chat or let me know. If not, when you're going, Reagan's already saying it's rigged. Okay. I haven't even won it yet. You're saying it's rigged. Okay. Righty. So you do that. We're going to do 107. All right. Set this bad boy. Let me get rid of the sounds and put that there. And I know we're going to do 2, so I'm going to shuffle this 4 times. And then whoops, I still have something pinned. I didn't realize that. Let me undo the banner because we're not doing that anymore. Let me get rid of, oops. Let me get rid of that. So we're not doing that anymore. All righty. And then I'm going to make this full screen. I could still see, yep, okay, my voice is still coming through. All right, good luck, everybody. So this first one I'm running will be for my samples, and then the second one will be for Renstrom's. All right, here we go. Good luck to everybody. And again, you don't want to be in front when it's close, or when it's this much time left and everything like that. So I see a crown duck in there. I see a joker duck back a little bit. Kind of a duck, looks like a reindeer. That's a reindeer duck. Then there's the strawberry duck. There's the spaceman duck. All right, we got 10 or 15 seconds left. DBW, Chris, Rob, Jeremy, poor decisions. Not a good spot to be. Dirks is coming up. CJP is coming up. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? All right, Mr. Jeremy Dirks. Send me your email. Send me your stuff, man. I don't know if I have your address. I don't know if I've sent you anything yet. So please send me something, your information, or you put it in chat when we go over to meets, if you can, or whatever. But I will get your address and we'll go from there. I'm sure somebody in our group has your address. I can get you those samples. All right, we're going to race it again. So this is for the Renstrom sample pack. I'm going to shuffle this. I'm going to do 3 times for the sake of time. And good luck to all of you. Here we go. I think it's your first one here on my stream. You know, usually it's the guy from Illinois that always seems to win. I don't know, but let's see what happens on this one. And again, you don't want to be up front at this point in the race. You want to be hanging back in the middle of the patch here. Somewhere in here is where you want to be if you can see my pointer. I don't know if you can or not, but oh, Dave, stop crying. You can't remember the last time you won. You won how many times this week? I tell you. All righty, 10 seconds left. Let's see what's going to happen here. I see Shit Show Rob moving up. Oh, God, is he going to win? Jesus Christ. See, he fucking said something. All right, Dave, I don't want to hear it anymore. Lindstrom, you get to send something to Vogelsang. And I'm sure we've all just got the meme. He's the panda, all right. He's the panda. Rigged, rigged, rigged. Yes. 100% that is rigged. Yes. Let me add myself back to the stage. Damn Vogelsang, I tell you, it seems like every other week you win something. It's just crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. All right, so let me do this one more time. Copy and go here. 31 sec. So make sure I have this ready to roll when this thing ends. All right. This is the meet link. and we'll hang out for a little bit, and we'll get my stream going as well. So for those of you who want to join the meets, come hang out, and then go check out Mark's stream. He does a great job. It's a veteran live stream, especially on today. With it being the anniversary of D-Day. So I'm gonna grab the one that I like the most, and thank everybody for being here on a Saturday night. Do appreciate it. Thank you very, very, very much. And as I end always, this is the West Virginia Bourbon Guide, reminding you that pours are always best when they are shared with friends. Cheers to everybody. That is a freaking good ass. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you in the meets. Appreciate it.